Well, you see, Grant is so nice and good-tempered that I thought he would never be able to find a girlfriend. I was worried that woman would take advantage of his sweet and trusting nature. But now look at him. He found himself a lovely and successful wife, and now they're living the high life together. This is why I always say that studying hard is important.
Mom, are you ever going to stop comparing me to Grant? Am I forever going to be the disappointing second son to you? You've always been like this ever since we were little.
All I'm saying is that if you had studied as hard as your brother did, you could be just as successful as he is. You might have been able to find yourself a wife who's a doctor as well. But since you didn't study hard, the best you could do for yourself was to marry an elementary school teacher.
Mom, how can you talk about Cynthia like that when she's literally sitting right in front of you?
Well, I'm right, aren't I? You're the one who decided to settle for becoming a gym teacher instead of aiming high. I was so disappointed when I found out that you weren't going to go to medical school like your brother. I don't understand where I went wrong. You went to the same elementary, middle, and high schools. I paid for the same private tutors to prep you for your exams, and I made you do the same extracurricular activities. How come only your brother ended up at a top medical school? Clearly, you must be the problem. I don't think what you're saying is quite fair, Gail. Becoming a teacher isn't easy, you know. What's so great about being a teacher? The global birth rate is declining sharply, and soon there will be no kids left for you to teach. You won't be thinking so highly of yourselves when you're out of a job, will you? You clearly aren't thinking about your future at all. I hope you're going to have a little more foresight if you decide to have children one day.
Honestly, you're making me lose my appetite with your constant nagging, Mom. If you think Grant is so great, then you should just invite him over to have dinner with you instead of us. Why invite us over just to brag about him and complain how inadequate we are in comparison? If we really are so useless in your eyes, then why are you wasting your time with us?
Well, you're my son as well, aren't you? A son who's always caused me nothing but grief, but still my son. You should put more energy into looking after your old mother, you know. You got the bad lot in life because you were never as attentive to me as Grant. If you had just become a doctor like him...
Can you please just stop talking about Grant for 5 seconds? I don't know why the fact that he's a doctor makes you think that you can act all high and mighty all of a sudden. His achievements are not your achievements. Did you go to medical school? Did you become a doctor? No, you didn't. Him being a doctor doesn't change the fact that you're just a housewife from a humble background. Who do you think you are? The Queen of Sheba?
Honey, please, calm down. I think your mom is just trying to be encouraging in her own way.
Well, I don't feel encouraged at all. And I'm sick of trying to understand things from her point of view when she never tries to see things from mine. I'm an independent adult with a life of my own. I really don't know why I need to sit here and listen to my mother chip at my self-esteem.
See? It's because he didn't study hard that he doesn't know how to behave toward the mother that raised him. Your brother would never talk to me like that because he knows how to go on.
Gail, please don't get upset with Aaron. I think emotions are running high and both of you are saying things that you're going to regret later. I think the best thing to do is for us to just remove ourselves from the situation and the two of you can talk again when things are a little less heated.
Oh, so now do you think you can start lecturing me because you're both teachers? Don't go thinking you're going to earn my respect that way. I'll start respecting you more when you get better jobs and start earning more money. Save your preachiness for the classroom, please. Nobody wants to hear it.
That's it, Mom. I've had it up to here with you. From now on, you only have one son. You can just go about your daily life as if I never existed. That would be better for you anyway, wouldn't it? And of course, don't you dare think about trying to bother Cynthia either. Neither of us are going to put up with you anymore. Isn't that right, honey? And don't even think about trying to get us to come over for Thanksgiving, because as far as we're concerned, you're not family anymore, and we're not obliged to spend the holidays with you.
I really don't know how I did so well with one son and so terribly with the other. All you're good for is raising my blood pressure. And as for you, Cynthia, are you not going to stop him?
I'm sorry, Gail, but even if you are his mother, I can't ignore the blatant favoritism you constantly show towards Grant. I really don't think you understand the extent of how much your constant comparisons have scarred Aaron emotionally. I've seen how much he's held back his anger and suppressed his emotions in an attempt to get along with you. And to be honest, I'm surprised that he hasn't exploded at you like this sooner. He really does try his best in every aspect of his life, but because he doesn't make as much money as his brother, all of his efforts go unnoticed by you. I'm sorry, but you really have brought this on yourself. You have no one but yourself to blame for alienating your son like this.
Have you both completely lost your minds? Oh well, there's nothing I really like about either of you anyway. Since Aaron has already stormed off, you'd better clear the table and do the dishes before you leave. I'm going to go and lie down after all the stress your infuriating husband has caused me this evening.
Oh, I am going to do no such thing. We don't owe you anything after the way you spoke to us this evening. I'm leaving too.
Excuse me?
You can clear up after yourself after you've recovered. Making sure that my husband is okay is far more important than doing the dishes for you.
How petty and childish you are.
Yes, Gail? What do you want?
Do you really want to cause a rift between me and my son? Are you two seriously planning on cutting me off for good? At least one of you should have called me to apologize after causing such a fuss and leaving my house in a state of total disarray. But it's been days and I haven't received so much as a text.
Well, what do you expect me to do? Even if I so much as mention your name to Aaron, he starts seething with anger.
Well, you should act as the mediator. You should be making sure that he calms down, and you should be encouraging him to get in contact with me. He's always been bad at dealing with his emotions, so as his wife, you should have learned to help him deal with them. You've been married to him for 2 years already, and you don't even know how to manage his emotions? Or maybe you do know, but you don't want to do anything about it because you would love it if he were really to cut ties with me.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but to be frank, I really don't think the way you speak to Aaron is how a mother should talk to her son. Every time we go around to see you, you say something else that upsets him, to the point that he starts dreading having to see you because he knows you're just going to say something else to hurt him.
Does he really think he's the only victim in this situation? I was very hurt by his words the other night as well. And his mediocrity has always been a constant source of pain for me. Not only does he have an unimpressive job, he then went and got married to you, and no offense, but you haven't exactly got much going for you, have you? He obviously didn't realize that he owed it to me as his mother to aim for the stars and to get a high-paying job and bring home a rich and successful wife, just like his brother did.
Okay, I am going to drop the facade now and tell you what I really think of you. If you were my mother, I would have cut ties with you many, many years ago. I think the way you have treated Aaron over the years is absolutely appalling, and whilst I have tolerated you for his sake, I have never once felt any kind of affection towards you. The fact that Aaron didn't leave home as soon as he was 18, move to another state, and assume a new identity to get away from you obviously means that despite everything, he still loves and cares for you a lot, and deep down I know that he wants nothing more than to have your approval. But you're too obsessed with money and status to see that there are ways for your children to show their love for you other than sending you large sums of money every month like Grant does.
How dare you! Listen to this nonsense!
But you know what? Despite the fact that I think you're a terrible person and that we would be better off without you in our lives, I still picked up the phone when you called, even though Aaron told me not to, under any circumstances. Do you know why that is? It's because I know that even though he's hurting, he doesn't actually want to cut you off. And although you don't deserve it, he will be willing to forgive you if you would just be a little nicer to him and stop bringing Grant up so much when we come and see you. So if I really wanted to sabotage your chances of mending your relationship with Aaron, I wouldn't have picked up your call just now.
Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? You're in no position to talk to me like you somehow know better than me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I wasn't your doctor daughter-in-law and that you don't respect me and you won't listen to a word I say. Listen, I'm sorry that we're not well off enough to be sending you money every month like Grant and Allison do, but I really don't think that's a good enough reason to be constantly be this rude to us.
There goes the teacher, lecturing again. You know you two should be grateful that you've been blessed by being able to call well-to-do doctors like Grant and Allison family, so I think you should get down off your high horse and remember your place.
I really don't know what happened when they were growing up for you to have such a clear bias toward one child, but I don't even want to get into it at this point. I'm clearly not getting through to you, so I'm just going to hang up now.
Hey, you haven't even given me a chance to say what I really wanted to say.
Go on then, what is it?
Are you really not going to come round this Thanksgiving? You'd better make sure that you come. Even though Aaron went and made a huge fuss last time I saw you, I want to make sure that you calm him down and persuade him to come over for Thanksgiving. This will be your last chance to make amends with me. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You better get to work on persuading him then. Thanksgiving isn't that far away after all.
So, your mom called me earlier?
What? I told you not to pick up if she tried to call you.
I know. I know that you're really mad at your mom, and I completely understand why you don't want to see her. But no matter how awful of a person she may be, she's still your mom at the end of the day. I know that even though you're mad, if you really did cut ties with your mom completely over this, it would weigh on you for the rest of your life.
You really do know me too well, huh?
I won't sugarcoat things for you. I really, really hate your mom. I hate how she thinks she can say whatever she likes and how she thinks she can get away with constantly comparing you to Grant. However, it is sad to think that our future kids won't get to have a relationship with their grandma just because we fell out with her. I know that she's probably never going to change, but we can learn to be more thick-skinned and just ignore her and see how we go from there.
I feel worse for you than I feel for myself. Ever since we got married, all my mom has ever done is criticize you. If I had a prestigious, high-paying job like Grant does, she would treat you like a queen like she does with Allison. I also just feel so ashamed that you have to put up with her verbal abuse because of my shortcomings.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I love you just the way you are, and that's why I married you. In my eyes, you're the best husband a girl could ever wish for, and I wouldn't change you for the world. I just wish you were able to see yourself the way I see you. And every time I see your mom, it makes me furious at how much she's damaged your self-esteem.
Every time we go and see my mom with Grant and Allison, Allison is always carrying some kind of designer bag or wearing some kind of designer shoes that Grant bought her as a gift. I've never been able to afford to buy you nice things like that.
Well, go and buy me a designer handbag to show off to your mom then.
Wait, seriously?
I'm just kidding. Honey. I couldn't care less about luxury items. I'm just happy that we have a house to call our own. That's all I need. Once we've paid off all our debts, then we can start buying nice things. I'll buy you something really expensive. Is there anything you want?
Well, we can dream.
It's nice to see you laughing. It's been so hard seeing you so upset over the last few days. Anyway, we don't need huge amounts of money. We make enough to live comfortably, and if we were to have a baby in the next few years, we would definitely be able to provide for them. We're really lucky to be able to live like this, you know. We should be glad that we've been able to hit that financial sweet spot. Yeah, we're not rich, but we don't struggle either.
I know, I'm really grateful for this life that we've built together. If it wasn't for you, I probably would have completely lost confidence in myself and ended up being an alcoholic or something. Thank you so much for showing me that there's hope in the world.
And thank you so much for loving me and supporting me no matter what. So what do you say? How about we stop by your mom's place this Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I guess we could.
We'll go with an open mind and we'll try our best to make things work. If your mom really insists on being awful until the end, then this will be her last chance and we really will cut ties with her. I just think that if you don't go and speak to her again, you'll regret it forever and we'll keep thinking about the what-ifs. I think it'll be a good way to sort your feelings out and decide what the best course of action is going forwards.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go with an open mind and an open heart. But this really is her last chance. If she continues to behave the same way she always did, she's gonna be as good as dead to me after Thanksgiving. We'll just start spending the whole holiday with your family from next year onwards if things don't go too well.
I support you whatever decision you decide to make. I've got your back no matter what.
So, has Aaron calmed down yet? Is he still mad?
He said that he's at least willing to give you another chance.
Well, I think his pride was just hurt because I hit him with too many home truths at once. He needs to man up and accept that things are the way they are.
We need to get some potatoes, right? I think they're in the next aisle.
Yes, let's go together. You can't just leave me alone. This is a huge store and there are so many people. What if I get lost?
You have your phone with you. There's no way you're going to get lost. I'm only going to be in the next aisle. You're not a child who needs to have their hand held constantly, are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I sound a little too teacher-like there? I'm not trying to lecture you, so don't worry.
Oh, you're so annoying. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, are you planning on giving me some money as a Thanksgiving gift this year? Grant and Allison always send me a generous amount every year.
Honestly, I don't know how this tradition of sending her money for every single holiday started and why she thinks she's entitled to it.
We sent you some money last year as well. Oh, yes, I remember. You sent me $400. I'd hardly call that some money. Last year, Grant and Allison sent me $1,500, you know. It's thanks to them that I can live such a comfortable life.
Ah, yes, of course it is. Well, as you know, we don't have that kind of money. And does Allison ever help with the food prep for Thanksgiving? No, she doesn't. So you can consider me helping you with the cooking as an equivalent to the extra $1,100 that we weren't able to give you.
Well, why would I expect Allison to do the cooking when she's always so generous with her gifts? We can manage with the cooking between the two of us anyway. I don't have any expectations of receiving any kind of gift from you, so it really is the least you can do for me.
Even so, I don't think it's fair that she just shows up for the dinner and expects to be able to eat it without lifting a finger to help us out.
It's not that she expects to be entitled to the food without helping us, it's that I make sure that she doesn't lower herself to get her hands dirty with us. She's on a different level to the likes of you, so I don't want to hear you saying bad things about her. You need to stop acting like you can even hold a candle to her. Know your place.
Oh my goodness, we forgot the cranberries. How could we forget the cranberries at Thanksgiving? I'll go back to the fruit aisle and grab some.
There's no need to rush off. We can just go together.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll just go by myself. Constant chattering is just going to slow me down. It'll be much quicker if I go alone, so how about you go and sit down on one of the benches over there and wait for me, okay?
Hey! Come back here this instant!
Hey, Mom, I'm here.
Oh, Grant, come on in. How come it's just you? Where's Allison? Is she not coming?
She had to be called into work for an emergency, so she probably isn't going to be able to make it today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom.
Oh, I see. But still, it seems a bit harsh that she has to work on Thanksgiving when everyone else gets to have a break. It's so sad that we won't get to see her.
Oh, she really doesn't mind. She's never been a huge fan of celebrating Thanksgiving anyway. I think she'd actually rather be at work and feeling useful.
Oh, I'm sure she doesn't really think that. I'm sure she's really dying to be here with all of us. Will she not even be able to come later and join us for dinner?
Probably not. Actually, I'm just popping by for an hour or two to show my face, and so Nivea gets to spend a little time with Grandma over Thanksgiving. We'll eat dinner outside with Allison once she finishes work.
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. I thought you'd be staying to have Thanksgiving dinner with us like you did last year.
That's what we were planning, but we didn't know that Allison would be called into work for today. It would be a shame to leave her to eat by herself on Thanksgiving, even if she doesn't really enjoy celebrating the holiday, so I'd rather wait and eat with her when she gets off of work.
Oh, I see. I do think that she should have at least called me to say that she wouldn't be coming this year. I was looking forward to spending some time with her, so I'm a little upset, to be honest.
She wouldn't have had the time to call because it was literally an emergency. She said to apologize, but that she was sure that you would understand. This is the reality of being an ER doctor.
All right, then. Well, why don't you sit down and pass little Neva over to me?
Aren't you still preparing the food? Leave her with me, it's fine.
Oh no, it's not right for a man to be left looking after a baby when there are women around to do it for him.
Mom, it's fine. She's my daughter. I'm used to looking after her.
It really is unbecoming for a man of your caliber to be cradling a baby on his knee. And besides, there's not one woman, but two in this house right now, so at least one of us should take on the responsibility. I'll call Cynthia. She's in the kitchen. Cynthia! Could you come over here, please?
Yes, what is it? Oh, hi, Grant. I didn't realize you were here already.
Hi, Cynthia. You look younger and younger every time I see you. If I didn't know you, I would have mistaken you for a college student.
Oh, you flatter me, but thank you very much for seeing that. What did you call me in for, Gail?
Be a doll and watch the baby for us now, will you?
Excuse me?
What's that face for? You're going to become a mother soon yourself, aren't you? Here's a perfect opportunity for you to practice. Here, take little Neva off my hands.
Gail, with all due respect.
Grant is very tired from all the work he has to do. How on earth are you going to expect him to be looking after a baby on his day off?
Well, if I'm going to be looking after Neva, are you going to finish doing the cooking all by yourself then, Gail?
Don't be ridiculous. You can still help with the cooking whilst looking after Neva at the same time. You can put her in the little baby carrier Grant has here, and then you still have both of your hands free. When you're a mother, you're going to need to learn how to multitask like that, you know?
Excuse me? There's still no way I'm going to be able to pay attention to her and focus on everything I need to do in the kitchen.
Mom, I really don't know why you're insisting that Cynthia be the one to look after Nivea when I'm here. She's got lots to do in the kitchen anyway. I'm just sitting here on the couch, so it makes way more sense for me to be the one to have Nivea.
As I just said, it's practice for when she becomes a mom herself. She needs to learn that it's not going to be easy.
Really, it's fine. Cynthia, give her back to me. I'm the one who looks after her most of the time anyway, so why would I get someone else to do it for me?
Yes, I did think it was a little strange that you were expecting me to be responsible for her when her dad is here and is perfectly capable of looking after her.
What are you doing? I told you to make Cynthia do it.
Stop being ridiculous, Mom. Just because I'm a man, it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of looking after my own daughter. I'm the one who changes her diapers and feeds her formula.
Why are you the one doing all of that? What is your wife for, then? Does she not do anything around the house?
When would she have the time? Mom, she's a surgeon. She works all day long and is always so exhausted that she doesn't have the energy to do anything but pass out by the time that she gets home.
But you're busy too. How can she leave you to do all of the childcare?
Mom, I'm a dentist. My work is not nearly half as demanding as hers is. She is on a completely different level to me. I have my regular clinic hours and I get home at the same time every day, and I don't have to worry about work again after that. But Allison often gets called in for emergencies like she did today, and has to do overtime regularly.
Ah, is that so? Oh, well, I suppose these days the lines between traditional gender roles are all blurred anyway. So what if the father is the one looking after the child? It's all about gender equality in this day and age. You're such a great family man. It's because you take after me. I always had such a strong maternal instinct towards my children.
Gail, I think I'm just going to go to my parents' house for dinner this evening. If Grant and Allison aren't going to be here, then there's no point in going ahead with a family dinner here, is there?
If you go, what am I supposed to do here on my own? Cleaning up after Thanksgiving dinner is the hardest job of all. Would you really leave me to do all that by myself?
I always go to my parents' house at some point during the day on Thanksgiving, so I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, Mom, everyone should just take it easy and do what makes them the most comfortable today.
Well, I don't agree. I absolutely will not consent to you going to your parents' house for dinner. And if you absolutely insist on going, you can go after dinner, after you've helped me clean up.
My parents eat early and go to sleep early, so by the time we've done that, they'll probably already be in bed.
Why can't you just go tomorrow morning or something instead? It's still technically the holiday season. Don't start making things difficult for me and just get on with the cooking already. By the way, Aaron should be back by now. I only sent him to the corner store to get some milk. I wonder what's taking him so long. I need him to hurry up so I can make a coffee for Grant whilst he's here. Silly me, running out of milk when I know my oldest son loves his coffees.
Oh, so the milk was for Grant? I thought you told Aaron that it was for you.
Oh, well, of course I want to make a coffee for myself, too.
Gail?
Why are you acting like I've done something wrong? Did I force him to go? No, I didn't. He went voluntarily.
You saw that he was limping around with a sprained ankle. Even so, he was willing to go just because you said you really needed some milk, but you had a headache so you couldn't go out and get it yourself. How could you be so cruel to him? Also, isn't it a coincidence that your headache disappeared as soon as Grant came in?
I don't know why you're making such a fuss out of this. All I did was ask him nicely if he could go to the store and get me some milk, and he agreed. Anyway, he's taken too long now, and Grant is going to have to leave soon. Honestly, he had one job. Anyway, Grant, I made a pumpkin pie especially for you, so I'll just pack it up for you so you can take it home and share it with Allison tonight.
Oh, thanks, Mom. That's really nice of you.
Cynthia, can you go and get the pumpkin pie out of the fridge? You're closer to the fridge than me.
Can't you see I'm a little busy right now? My hands are full, so can't you come and get it yourself?
What's wrong with you? If I ask you to go and get the pie from the fridge, you should go and get the pie from the fridge.
So are we not going to get to eat any pumpkin pie then, if you're giving it to Grant to take home with him? Do you not know that Aaron really loves pumpkin pie? For him, it's the highlight of the Thanksgiving dinner. He especially loves your homemade pumpkin pie. He was really looking forward to having it for dessert tonight, and you're just giving the whole thing to Grant?
Oh well, I don't really like pumpkin pie, so I didn't really think that there would be any point in us having it here. I just make it because I know Grant loves it, and of course because it's such a Thanksgiving tradition. I had no idea that Aaron liked it so much. In that case, I'll cut him a slice for him to have when he gets back.
Forget it. Just let Grant take the whole thing with him. Instead, I'd like you to tell him that there never was any pumpkin pie in the first place, and that the milk was indeed for you and not for Grant's coffee. If he finds out about either of these things, he's just going to be really upset.
Well, I think you're making a huge deal about nothing.
It may be nothing to you, but every time a little thing like him liking pumpkin pie goes unnoticed, and every time you take advantage of his kindness, he gets a little bit more beaten down.
Oh, will you stop with this nonsense and just get the pie out of the fridge for me already? And set the table for lunch. We need to make sure Grant gets fed before he goes on his way. I'll package up some leftovers for you to take to Allison as well, so she can at least have some home cooking this Thanksgiving. You need to eat well and stay strong and healthy, and you can carry on doing a great job at work. That way you'll be able to earn more money, and you'll be able to send me more money.
Do you need some more money, Mom?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just saying that if you do end up giving me more, I'll make sure to use it well. Oh, and there was something I wanted to say to both you and Allison, so I guess I'll just wait until you're both here.
What is it? Now I'm curious.
I was going to say that you should stop at just the one baby. Make sure you invest all of your energy into making sure this little Neva has the best life ever, and then I'm sure one day she'll pay you back tenfold.
Oh, but we were actually planning on having another one.
Oh no, you definitely shouldn't. You won't have any money to spare with 2 children to worry about. You two have such a great quality of life. I'd hate to see that go down because you have to invest so much in paying for a second child. And besides, both of you are busy at work, and looking after one kid is difficult enough. Imagine having to deal with 2. And Allison isn't getting any younger, you know. The closer you get to 40, the higher the risk of complications with the birth. What if you ended up having a baby with some kind of birth defects?
Mom, why would you say such a thing?
Sorry, I should probably stop there. Cynthia! For the last time, can you please bring me the pie? Get home safe, Grant. Make sure Neva is strapped in tightly.
Yeah, I will, don't worry. Oh, and Mom, there's something important that I've been meaning to tell you, but I keep forgetting to bring it up when I see you.
Well, go on then, tell me now.
Allison and I have decided to move away.
To move away? Where to? The next town? The next state?
A little further away than that. Allison has been offered an amazing position at a hospital in Australia. We've already started looking into schools for Nivea, and we think it would be a really nice environment for her to grow up in. She won't have to learn a new language either, which is a bonus. We would definitely consider coming back to the US after we retire, or maybe even when Nivea reaches college age. But we figured if we move her over there now, it would be cruel to disrupt her by moving her back after she's gotten used to school and everything there.
Have you both lost your minds? Do you even know the first thing about living in Australia? I heard they have poisonous spiders there. And isn't the cost of living there higher?
Mom, we're both doctors. We'll get by just fine. As for the poisonous spiders, I think if they were really such a huge issue, there wouldn't be so many people living in Australia. We've even found a house and everything.
Even so, Americans should live in America. Where is your patriotic spirit?
Oh, come on, Mom. Don't be so ridiculous. I can still be American and not live in America. And besides, didn't you just say now that you wanted us to work harder and do better for ourselves? Well, that is exactly what we're doing.
Well, I don't like this one bit. If Allison is the one with a job offer there, then why can't she go on her own? She can come back and see you whenever she can.
Don't be ridiculous, Mom. Nivea's only little, so it's important that our family stays together.
Well, Allison could even take Neva with her. As long as you stay here, that's all I need. Neva is barely a year old, so if you stay there until she's college age, I might not even be around anymore.
Well, like you said, we can come and visit whenever we have the time. And besides, it's not like we see each other that often anyway, Mom. We'll make sure to come at least once a year. Maybe we can come at Christmas if it's not too expensive. It's summer at Christmas time in Australia, so it would be nice to bring Nivea back here to see the snow when she's old enough to play in it properly.
I won't let this happen. You're not going anywhere.
Mom, with all due respect, you don't have any say in what Allison and I decide to do with our lives.
Well, I am your mother and I know best. You've never once gone against my wishes before, so why are you doing it now?
Well, there was really never any reason for me to rebel against you when we were always pandering to me, Mom, was there? Anyway, Allison said that things are pretty much finalized with her job, and we signed the contract for the house already. We'll probably go sometime later this year.
I can't believe this. This can't be happening.
Anyway, I'd better get going, but I'll see you again soon, okay, Mom?
This is all because of that wife of his. She has him wrapped around her little finger. Honestly, if she told him to jump off a cliff, he'd probably do it. Australia? Australia, of all places? Hey, you still send me money every month when you're in Australia, right?
Ah, so that's what she was really worried about.
My mom is completely losing her mind.
Over Grant and Allison moving to Australia?
I just think it's funny that this is what she gets after years of sucking up to them and favoring them over us. I think maybe she thought that Grant would prioritize her over his wife and daughter, but of course there was no way that he would do that.
She did seem like she'd had the shock of her life when he told her.
Because now she's not going to be getting her steady flow of money from them, that's why. She doesn't actually love him more than she loves me, she loves his money more than she loves me.
So when it comes down to it, it really is just all about the money to her, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. All she's ever talking about is how much money they're able to send her. Even the money they send my dad is managed by her, so I doubt he ever even gets to see a penny of it.
So I guess Grant never really was her precious baby boy after all? He was just her reliable ATM.
Yeah, that's how I could put up with the blatant favoritism all this time, because I knew that behind all her pandering and excessive flattery, she never actually cared that much about him as a person. Until I was in college, I really thought that she just loved him and hated me for some reason. But once I graduated and went into the working world, I realized the truth behind it all.
How can she live with herself as a mother when she knows full well that she's just using her own son for money?
I think that woman just doesn't have a maternal bone in her body.
I really don't understand how anyone could be like that. Anyway, I guess we won't be seeing Grant and Allison for a while after they go to Australia, so we'd better treat them to a nice meal out before they go.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll message Grant and ask him when they're free.
Hi, Gail. I'm here. I'm really busy, so this is going to have to be quick. What is it you want to say to me that was so important that it had to be said in person? I think you know what this is about. How could you take my son and granddaughter to go to Australia? You should have at least discussed it with me first. You can't just make a decision like that on your own without involving me. Gail, you may think we're just kids, but we're independent adults with a family of our own now. We're nearly 40, for goodness sake. If you can find a better situation for us here, by all means make your case for us to stay, but that job in Australia is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. We have a good life here, but we'll be able to have an even better one in Australia. Surely you can understand that I'm just doing what's best for me and my family. If it's money you want, I can give you some money. I know that you love money. Who said that this is about money? This is about my son and grandchild moving thousands and thousands of miles away. Gail, you don't have any say in what your son does anymore. He's not your little baby anymore. When he got married to me, he became mine, and he's going to remain mine until death do us part. He's not yours, and I need you to know that. Excuse me? My husband and I will worry about our family's future, so please just butt out already. I told you when Grant and I were engaged, didn't I?
that I won't stand for excessive interfering in our relationship.
I am your mother-in-law. Show some respect. Even if you did say that whilst you were engaged, I didn't see any reason why I should do as you say, since you were just a green girl who didn't know anything about the world back then.
Well, whether you choose to listen to what I said or not, that doesn't change the fact that I'm soon going to be on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, and there will be little you can do to meddle in our family's affairs once we're over there.
It was my mistake for constantly heaping praise on you for being a doctor. You're clearly getting ideas above your station. You're the one who has the job offer out there, so why don't you just go to Australia by yourself? Leave my son and granddaughter here with me.
Well, if you want Grant to stay here with you, you can call him and ask him yourself. If he agrees, which I very much doubt he will, I will just divorce him and take Neva with me to Australia. You know him, and I know he's going to follow me to Australia no matter what, so you should just stop trying to cling on to him and let him go.
What? Oh, this whole thing is giving me such a headache. I can't believe you would even think about divorcing my son.
Right now, my daughter is my priority, and if you're going to get in the way of me raising her the way I want to raise her, I will divorce your son without hesitation.
What are you even saying? You need a wake-up call. You need to come to your senses already. How about I show up at your hospital and make a fuss? I could accuse you of all sorts of medical malpractice.
I'll just call the police on you. Nobody will believe a crazy random old lady over a respected surgeon anyway. Please don't think about doing anything that's just going to end up embarrassing both of us. Even you need to feel some kind of shame.
You insolent girl. You think that you're all that just because you're a doctor? Even though Cynthia doesn't have as good a job as you, she would never dare disrespect me the way you're disrespecting me right now. So much for a well-to-do family of doctors. Turns out the family of teachers were the better ones after all.
By all means, go and try and leech off Aaron and Cynthia instead. But having heard what Grant said about how you've been treating them all these years, I would be a little more careful about going out of your way to be nice to them if you want to keep them on your side. They're both nicer people than me, and they've put up with way more from you than I would ever be able to endure. If I were in Cynthia's position, I would have asked my husband to cut ties with you years ago.
Who do you think you are? Despite everything, I know that Aaron and Cynthia would never want to cut me off.
Well, I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. If they have a baby and you try and interfere with how they choose to raise their child, just like you're trying to interfere with my family now, I'm sure it will only be a matter of time before they want you out of their lives. Also, please don't make me come to your house again just to yell at me like this. If you have anything else to say to me, you can either say it over the phone or come to my house and find me.
Hey! Hi, Cynthia. So, Aaron isn't picking up any of my calls, so I thought I would give you a call to ask how he's doing.
Oh, he's fine.
I was worried that something might have happened because he hasn't contacted me or come to visit me in around a month now.
As I said, he's absolutely fine.
Oh, I see. Well, you should come round and have dinner with me sometime soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Aaron said that he won't be going round to see you anymore and asked me if I could respect his wishes and do the same.
What are you talking about?
Aaron predicted that you would suddenly start sucking up to us now that Grant and Allison are moving away.
I'm not sucking up to you. I'm just calling to ask how things are going. Now one of my children won't be around anymore. Is it a crime to want to see more of the one who will be? Anyway, stop being difficult and just come around for dinner sometime next week.
I already told you that we won't be going. This call is being recorded, so there will be proof of me saying this. So please don't expect us anytime soon, okay? Just be grateful that your husband hasn't decided to leave you yet and just worry about enjoying retirement with him.
Don't tell me you're still upset about me insulting you a couple of times. There's no point in holding a grudge over things like that, is there? We're all family at the end of the day, aren't we? We should just forgive and forget, don't you agree?
Of course I don't agree. You've been causing us nothing but stress for years, and not having you in our lives has been refreshing, to say the least. I really hope that losing both of your sons is going to make you realize that you should have been a better mother when you still had the chance. I hope you have a chance to reflect on your actions and realize the various ways in which you have failed your children over the years.
Hey, what's with this new profile picture? Did you go on a trip somewhere with Aaron and your parents?
Yes, we went to the Maldives and it was absolutely amazing. I guess you found out from seeing my new profile picture.
It was my birthday last week. Did you forget?
Oh, was it? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I completely forgot about your birthday. But to be honest, was there any need for me to remember your birthday in the first place?
Well, of course. I'm your mother-in-law.
But you don't know when my birthday is. You don't even know when Aaron's birthday is, and you're the one who gave birth to him. In all the time I've been with Aaron, you never once given him a birthday gift or even said happy birthday to him. And yet every year, you always expected us to buy you expensive gifts, take you to a fancy restaurant, and make a huge fuss over you. And you always seem to remember Grant and Allison's birthdays, so why was it so hard to remember ours?
Well, I always thought that you guys would do something nice for each other, so I never really thought you would need me to do anything.
Oh, stop making excuses and just admit that you don't even know when your youngest son's birthday is. What kind of a mother are you?
Are you enjoying giving me the cold shoulder? Are you pleased with yourselves? No matter what you do to make yourselves feel like you have the moral high ground, you'll still be the couple of teachers with only a few pennies to their name.
A few pennies? Did you not just see that we were able to take my parents on vacation to an all-inclusive resort on a tropical island? If you go onto my profile, you'll be able to see that there are many more photos of all the fun things we did together.
Well, you should be doing these things for me.
And these aren't even all the photos. I'm planning on uploading some more later. Anyway, I'm busy, so I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Hey, you can't just hang up on me. Cynthia! If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have been nicer to them. I wasted my time sucking up to Allison when Cynthia's the one I should have had on my side. Now I'm all alone and nobody is giving me any money. I guess that leaves me no choice. I'll have to go to Australia myself.
After that, Aaron and I finally decided to cut all ties with his mom. It's almost Thanksgiving again, and sometimes I do think about reaching out to her, but then I remember all the awful things she said to us, and I remember that we made the right choice in cutting her off. This year, we're going to spend Thanksgiving with my parents, an extended family, and I'm sure we're going to have a blast. We're going to play silly games, have a few drinks, and yes, you guessed it, Aaron is going to get a pumpkin pie all to himself. I'm so glad that my family have been able to show Aaron what it's like to be part of a family who appreciates you for who you are and not just what you have. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.